Hey guys, this is Kysen here, and today I'm going to show you how to sync up your AE2 crafting and storage system with your EMC, so that anything you put in here, you get an infinite amount of in here, relative of course to the EMC that you have stored up. So this is the perfect solution for all of your storage and crafting needs on this pack, so let's get started. Okay guys, so lots to be getting on with today, and we are going to get into getting that storage set up. But first of all, I just want to show you, I have now changed the island around down here. So this was originally just the grassy thing that we had. So now it's just got the brickwork going all the way through. And I have something really cool to show you guys. So I've automated all of this, and we got one of these, a loot crate, but a legendary loot crate. And I thought, we have to open that together and see what we get. So these are super hard to come by. I've only got one in the game so far, and you can see all the drops I've been getting from that. So let's see what we get. We have got a gargantuan flux storage, so it stores energy in the flux network, and it can store, looks like 466,000 EMC for it, so it is EMCable, which is cool, and it can store 128 million RF, I guess that is. So first thing I want to do is that, to save that, and we'll put that in there. That's going to be really cool later on when we start doing things that need more power. Now today, you see I've built a little platform here, and this is where we're going to do everything. And just to say, I built these out of anti-blocks, and I'll just show you guys very quickly what the anti-blocks are. So you see here, you got them in all these different colors, and they're pretty cool. You make the white ones up just using stone surrounded by surrounding glowstone, and then to get the different colors, it's just simply you just chisel them. But they look like this, the texture, and there's some lighter grey ones I can show you here as well. So I thought I'd show you guys that, like a cool little building block that's very inexpensive to make. The white ones are EMCable, the others aren't, so that's just how that works. But yeah, so we're going to use that for our platform, and that's where we're going to do our Applied Energistics stuff today with the storage. And what I want to do just before we get into that, if I show you guys here, if I type in crafting, you can get one of these things, a crafting table on a stick. So we just need a sign and a crafting bench to do that. So there's our crafting bench. Do we have a sign yet? I don't think we've actually made one up, so we can make them up now with a stick and some planks. There we go. And it's really weird, I can't believe I don't actually have a sign yet. So we'll just make one of those up, and that will be EMCable, and we'll have signs forevermore on this pack. There we go. Grab one of those out. So this way we can now use our crafting bench wherever we are by just right clicking on it and getting on with stuff. So it's just a little tool there to help you guys out in this game. You'll notice that our EMC is doing well. 102 billion right now, there we go. And if I go on the EMC link here, you'll see we are currently producing over 150 million EMC every single second. And that's because I'm up to the lime bonsai trees. Up there, we have lime bonsai trees going on now, which is pretty cool. But enough about that, let's get into what we're doing today. So the first thing we want to do is make up an energetic infuser. So I'll show you guys what one of those looks like. Just over here, energetic infuser from thermal expansion. So we're going to need a couple of coils, lead and copper gears, and a redstone reception core, as well as the transmission core. Now, I don't think I've ever actually made one of those up. So let's have a little look here. Check we've got some silver. We do. But I have to chuck this in here to actually turn that into an ingot. There we go. And then we can EMC the ingot for the future. And we have the other coils saved up, I believe. So we got a couple of them. But what we don't have are these ones, which is just a little bit of redstone required because we have the silver already. And they, I think, are EMCable. So let's get that going on. One redstone either side, that in the middle. There we go. And we can just EMC that. So I can have those in the future. And then lead gear, machine frame, copper gear, easy stuff. And this is going to allow us to get some charged Certus quartz, which is what we're going to be needing to be progressing on with what we're doing today. And I think we have the frame saved as well. There we go. So now we should be able to just make one of those here. Oh, we're missing a coil. Aha. I only took one out. That was silly. There we go. There's the second one. Now we can make this up, right? There we go. Okay, so that's ready to go. It's going to need power. I can probably just place it like down here, and that will be fine. That's charging up. And what we can do is just grab out some Certus. There we go. Chuck that in there and let that turn into the charged Certus, basically. So that's powering up right now. Why did it put that one in there? Okay. So if I just show you guys very quickly, if we go to charged Certus, here we go. So we can buy it in the shop for 5,000, but it's not EMCable, so that wouldn't do much for us. But if we put certain quartz crystals in here, we're supposed to get charged from the energetic infuser, which is what we have. Oh, it just takes some time, does it? Ah, there we go. I was just being a little bit impatient. There we go. So there we have that now. Alright, let's clean up our inventory bit, chuck that stuff back in there. So what we're going to want now is a little bit of water. Grab ourselves out a little bucket. And we're going to want some blocks here. I guess we can just use like some cobble or something. If I can type that in. There we go. And it looks like we're ready. Yep, there we go. So a lime bonsai pot, you can see there, 116 billion EMC. So we'll grab that, which puts us down to just 13 billion. But then if we place that, we'll just put it up here for now, say, you'll see here that this is about to go way, way up. So we'll let that settle on where it's going to finish. And you can see there, over like almost 230 million EMC a second. So we are progressing through quite nicely with that. And we'll soon be able to finish off these. Because if I show you the bonsais that you can make, we are here, lime. So there's only a few more to go. I mean, it'll take some time, but it's not too bad. So we have our cobble, we have some water. Let's grab out whatever charge we have, and we can just make a little pool up here that we're going to need for what we're about to do. So we chuck our water, there we go, just in there, hold that in that way. So now what we need is that charge Certus, as well as some normal quartz and a bit of redstone as well. So I'll grab that stuff out, redstone, quartz, there we go. So now if we just chuck in this stuff into here, we should now, may have to be, oh, there we go. So we've made up now fluix crystals, which are EMCable, which is great. So we can just chuck these in here. And we're going to need these for what we're doing today, basically. So let's grab that water back up so we don't make a mess and get rid of this stuff like that. Okay, so with that being done, put all this stuff away for now. The next thing we want to do, we want to make up an inscriber. So inscriber. So this is going to be needed for what we're about to do. And you see these here are EMCable as well. We want to get onto Advanced Inscribers in a second, but we're going to need the inscriber first. So that's why we needed the fluix crystals, as well as some iron and some sticky piston. So let's see, fluix, there we go, bit of iron. There are my ingots, there we go. And what else was it? Sticky pistons, wasn't it? So pistons, there we go. And now we should be able to make up one of these, as it's EMCable. We'll just learn that recipe and grab a few of those out, like that. Okay, that's cool. Now, one thing that's actually going to be quite helpful to us, just show you guys this little tool, is, if I can spell it, a configurator. Aha. So, one of these flux configurators is quite easy to make. So, we just need flux, ender pearl, and obsidian. So, do we have flux right now? We do. So, we need a couple of those. Ender pearl I've got on me. To obsidian. There we go. Let's make up one of these a second. And we'll learn the recipe because why not? And we're completing a few quests, and I think at the end of today's episode I'll go through some of the quests rewards and grab those out. So now what we really want to do, we want to get to the different presses. So we're going to need these 5 inscribers. So let's place them down here. We can just go like maybe 1, 2, 3. Let's grab some little blocks to be working with in the meantime. Maybe some more cobble, like that. And just get a little bit of a setup like this. Okay, and we can get rid of those now. And we're going to power these just using flux points. So, let's see about getting some of those out. Okay, flux point. Oh, wait. I wasn't looking in the right place. In here, that's where I need to be. Flux points. There we go. And we can put one of these on each of those. And that'll be how we power this. Like that. Now, the configurator. If we right-click that, select the network. It's currently on none. We want to change that to Kysen's network. There we go. And now, we can just right-click each of these flux points, and it sets it to the Kysen network. So it's just a quicker way of doing that, basically. And okay, we only had 5 here, but if you had a lot more, it'd be even more useful. So I just thought I'd show you guys that as something you may want for the future. So now, all of these should be powered. And what we want is to get the presses. So let's have a look at applied presses. Here we go. So you see there's 5 different presses. So if we start with the calculation press, for example, we're going to need here some silicon. So to get silicon, we need sand, and we need to put that in a sag mill, which I don't think we've actually made up yet. I'll double check and see if we have any in here. No. Now the sag mill might not be EMCable, in which case I may have it in a different machine, because I have made up a lot of machines. So sag mills are not EMCable, which means we may have one just down here. That was a very lazy ender pearl throw. Let's just double check. No, we do not. So we're going to have to make one. So we're going to need a bit of dark steel, some of these things, which I'm not sure if we have, and a bit of flint. So let's have a look if we have, what are these things? Bi-metal gears. All right, we can check. Bi-metal gears. No, okay. Right, I'm going to go and get a little bit of a basic Ender IO set up with the sag mill, and then bring you guys back in once I've done that. It's going to be a little bit of work off cam, and then we'll carry on with building our AE2 system and getting towards that storage. Okay guys, so what I've done is I've built a little platform here, and this is going to be a bit of an Ender IO platform. Looks a bit, pathetic at the moment because there's nothing much here, but we got our sag mill, and I've just automated that to be working on nether quartz to produce nether quartz dust, because that's not EMCable, and we are going to need a lot of that. We got our alloy smelter here as well, because I needed that a second ago. But basically, I put the sand in, I've got the silicon, which is EMCable, so now we can kind of move on to the next part here. Now, we got the inscribers, but we're working towards getting the advanced inscriber, and for that we're going to need some of this stuff, so there's a bit of a process involved, basically, to get there. So for now, what we want to do is start on these presses. There's different presses that you can get. So silicon, for example, with gold, silicon with diamond, silicon with Certus, and silicon on its own. That's the sort of process that we have to go through. So we'll make up these first, and these are also EMCable. So now we're going to need some diamond. So we'll grab out one of those. There we go. A bit of gold as well, and a bit of Certus. So now we can make up all of these, and we are good to go. So let's put them all in here, and it's pretty much easy crafting recipes. You just surround each of these like this. And there we go, we have the different presses. So we want to remember each of these, because that will save us a job then in the future. So each of those is now ready to go, and we can put one of these in each of the inscribers, I should say, not subscribers. Bit of a Freudian slip there, but subscribe if you like. So the next thing to do now is basically we're working towards this advanced inscriber, right? So to do that, we need these things. So we need some printed engineering circuits. You can see here a diamond with the engineering press, and we're also going to need some of the printed silicon, which is silicon with silicon press. So let's grab ourselves out a diamond. There we go, diamond. So one of those required. Now this is our silicon press. We put silicon in there, and that's now working. This calculation, logic, and engineering for the diamond in there. So pretty quick to craft. You can see here how quickly that goes up. And we have one of these things. Unfortunately, not EMCable. And also one of these things. And now to get this, we put into the inscriber that with a redstone, and we get our engineering processor. But we're going to need two of those. So I need to go back to our silicon press, put another one in. You can only put one at a time in. If I shift click right now, nothing happens. So that's the only annoying thing about this, but that's why we want to get to those advanced ones, because with the advanced ones you can put in as many as you like, and it just makes the whole thing a lot easier. So there's that again, and we're almost at the point where we got that one. And this here needs to go into any inscriber with a bit of redstone. So let's grab our redstone out, and this one here is the one that has nothing in it. So put one of each of those in, and there we go. And then we're getting towards the advanced inscriber. Now, I'm just going to make one of these on cam, and I'll make the rest off cam, because again, you see here, there's no EMC value assigned to the advanced inscriber, of course. So I will not put you guys through that. So we need a bit of iron, we need some hoppers, and an inscriber. So all stuff that we currently have. So if I go here, inscriber, and then get our iron out as well, if I can spell it. So there's our iron, and finally just a hopper, or two hoppers, and then we're good to go. Use our little crafting paddle thing here. We have ourselves an advanced inscriber. So now if I place that down, and in fact, one thing I'm not sure about is, well, let's grab out a pickaxe that's accidentally been put away, is whether or not we can power this with a flux point. So let's see if that's a thing or not. Let's get rid of that, put down the advanced inscriber there. Yes, it is. It connects up. Okay, that's cool. So now we can put in like stacks of things at a time. You see there, you can put in more. So that'll be a much quicker process then to start processing with this, which is essentially what we need to be happening. So what I'm going to do is get a bank of the advanced inscribers set up and powered, and then show you guys as well how we move on to the next stage here, again working towards the final product, which is pretty awesome, to be honest, like to be able to do what we're going to do here today. So although this is a bit of an involved process, I would still say it's worth it, guys. So let me go and just finish off what I'm doing here and bring you guys back in once I've done all the grindy crafting stuff. Alrighty guys, so here we are. We got the 5 Advanced Inscribers all going here. They're powered by these flux points around the back, and a couple of them are currently working on getting us some extra things that we're going to need, these logic circuits and such. We also have a crystal growth chamber. You see here we've got some pure Certus quartz crystals out of that. Now the way that you want to do that is basically if you go and grab yourself some sand, so just ordinary sand like that, and also some Certus quartz dust, so go dust here, some of this stuff, Certus dust, and you just combine that like this, you get these things, these seeds. And if you put the seeds in here, there we go, you'll see they start to grow. So this is just basically a growth acceleration chamber in one block. And they grow pretty quickly, and then they turn into the pure stuff. So that's a pretty good way of getting that all sorted out. And again, powered with the flux point around the back there. So now that we've got all this stuff going on, we can start making the things that we need. And the first thing that we're going to do is look at the crafting terminal here, one of these things. So in order to make that, I'm not sure if I have everything right now or not. So I think we just need, yeah, one of those. So I did a bit of crafting off camera because there's a lot of processes involved with this, and I thought I'd spare you guys the trouble. But I just want to check actually, this isn't EMCable, right? No, okay. Make up that, also not EMCable. Alright, there we go. Quest completed though for the ME crafting terminal, so that's good. We're also going to need an ME drive. So let's have a look here. One of these things, ME drive. So for that, okay, we need a bit of this stuff. So some diamond and silicon in with the redstone. Okay, so let's have a look. What have we got going on here? These are the gold ones. So what I think I want to do now is start getting some diamond ones made up as well. Is that in there? Or, no. Okay, it's with the engineering press. That's logic, calculation, engineering press. There we go. So we get some of those made up. Grab out these silicon ones. And in fact, while we're here, let's just replace that. You'll see our EMC is just going crazy at the moment. We've got a load of these just placed down now, a load of these lime ones. So pretty good with that. We're getting through that quite nicely. So let's keep that going on and grab this out. It's a cool graphic as well, isn't it, when this stuff is making up. I like the way that looks. So now for the drive, we're going to need some of those. So it was these diamond ones with silicon and redstone. So diamond, diamond, silicon, silicon and redstone. My goodness, I cannot speak today. Okay, so that's all going in there, and we got one of those. We're going to need 2. We also need some glass cables, which I have already made up. So they are EMCable, which is nice. Grab a load of those out, and that should be our second one of those done. And now we're ready to go with this. We've got our ME drive, we've got our ME crafting terminal. So we're going to need now a controller. Now this one here, from memory, is a lot more difficult to make up. So we've got here ME controller. Okay, so we're going to need one of those skystone. Smelt down skystone. Okay. Oh, I see. So we have to smelt the skystone, but we get that. Oh, okay, just blocks of coal. Well, let's do that now a second then. So we've got blocks of coal. In fact, I wonder if we have skystone. No. Okay. So let's see if we make those up into skystone. Now that is EMCable. So we'll just put a load of those in there. And then it looks like we just need to smelt these. So let's see if we can just go down here and get those smelted up in here. Okay. Yep, there we go. Oh, this is EMCable anyway, so I'll just let that smelt up anyway, but we'll just do that. So we have some skystone now, so that's good. We have, oh, pure fluix crystal. So we might want to try and get some of these seeds and do it that way. So let's have a look here. Fluix dust, I believe we have. Sand, I know we have. Okay, so let's get that going on. Just fly up here and get those put into our growth chamber here. Oh, but first we want to make them up. There we go, there's our seeds, and those seeds can go in there. Now, how quick are these to make? So they are happening. They're just going to take a little bit of time. And then the engineering processor, which we have a few of those ready to go from over here. Okay, so everything's going on. That's cool. And we've got a good few of these made up now as well, which is nice. So once we've done that, another thing we're actually going to need is a storage bus. Okay, so we've got fluid storage bus, just a normal storage bus. There we go. So sticky piston, normal piston, and an ME interface, which is a bit of iron, a bit of glass, and a formation and annihilation core. So we got formation and annihilation cores there. So a bit of iron, a bit of glass, wasn't it? So let's go and make that up a second while we're waiting on those seeds to grow. Oh, we have iron on us, so let's just grab out some glass. There we go. I think that's everything that we need to make our storage bus. Sorry, to make this thing. ME interface, right? There we go. Now for the storage bus itself, we need a piston and a sticky piston. So let's get that out as well. One of each. So this stuff isn't too difficult. It's more just it takes a little bit of time. But there we go. ME storage bus. Is that EMCable? No. Okay, just thought I'd check that first. So yeah, definitely want that. Let's keep all the stuff over here together. These illuminated panels, we sort of don't need those. Let's just put them back for now. So there's our EMCs going crazy, just going through billions every second, which is quite nice. Right, these are now done, so we can get on with our controller block. All right, ME controller. We have everything we need. So, ME controller. Oh wait, hang on. There we go. Make one of those. Alrighty, we are just about good to go. Let's get this stuff out of the way, get this in our hotbar, and we'll start placing this down here. And we're going to need some storage disks as well, but I'll come on to that in a second. So I guess we can have controller block here, storage there, and our terminal. Well, if we put some glass cable down here and just put our terminal on there, that should be okay for the time being. Now, here's a question. If we get a flux point out, can we actually power this using a flux point? Let's try this out. If we put that in the back there, yes, looks like that connects up. So if we put that on, this is now online. There you go. Gives you that awesome graphics. You know that's working. And because this is connected, this will work, but we're going to need some storage cells. So let's have a look at like a 1K storage cell right here. Just the normal one. So to get that, we're going to need some of these things, storage components. So it's Certus of any kind, but you just use normal Certus because you can EMC it. Redstone and logic processors. So we have Certus and redstone and everything we need, which is awesome. Oh no, wait, we don't have logic processors. Aha, so we actually need that in there with redstone. Will give us some logic processors. I don't want to do all of those though, so we'll perhaps just make up a few of those for now. Okay, so now we should have everything that we need, right, to make up one of these. Where was I? Hang on. 1K storage cell needs the component. It says I'm missing a redstone. Aha, don't have any redstone on me. Alrighty, redstone. Now we are actually good to go with one of those. And again, they're not EMCable, but that's okay. So now we just need a bit of this. Housing, quartz glass, redstone, iron. Oh, well, surely we have everything to make that. There we go. There's our housing. That is EMCable, so we'll EMC it. Now we can make up, I believe, if I remember to open it in the right thing, our 1K storage cell. And this is just to give you guys a bit of an example. I'll make it obviously a lot bigger than this in the future. So now we can go into here and we can start storing stuff if we want to. So for example, like this stuff here, we want to store in here. You know, it's because it's not EMCable, you can't put it in the transmutation table. But if stuff is EMCable, of course, that still goes in there. It's just a case of you can put in anything. So that's cool. So basically, our storage is set up. That works, and that's great. However, what we want to do is in the transmutation table, we have like everything that's transmutable or EMCable, right? We want to kind of convert that so we got everything in here whenever we want it. And we're going to do that in quite a cool way. So let's jump into how we're going to do that right now. Basically, we want our EMC links. Okay, so let's grab a load of these out because we're going to need quite a few of these. And actually, yeah, okay. So what we're going to do now is 9 of these. Place them there. We get one of these. Okay, a refined EMC link. So that's cool. Let's put those in there. And we're going to need a few of these as well. Not 64, but we do need a few. Because 6 of those gives you one of these. A compressed, refined EMC link. And now they are 1 billion EMC each. So that's why we need a lot of EMC, right? So let's go and chuck those in there. Now then, we've got our storage bus. Okay, so I actually think we might be able to place that. We'll place it, say, here, with the storage bus on the side and the glass cables going in there. Okay, cool. Now, why are... Oh, okay, so if this was upgraded, I think we'd have more slots, but I don't think we're going to need those anyway. I was just checking we're on the right thing. So now, if we look at this, if we take everything out of this, so there's nothing in here at the moment. If we were to go and put in, let's put some iron. So there's no iron in the system, there's nothing in the system. If we put some iron in here, just like one ingot in there, what happens? So I think it needs to go there. Alright, yeah, there we go. So now that that's in there, there you go, guys. 2 billion iron stored in here. So this storage bus, what it does, it essentially connects external storages up to your AE2 system. So that can be, that could be a chest, it could be a crate, or in this case, a compressed refined EMC link, which means you just put that in there, and all of a sudden, you've got 2 billion iron stored up there. That's cool. Now, in order to use this fully, what I want to do, and obviously I'll do this off camera, but we can just put in anything we want in there. And we don't have to have just one. I could have a whole bank of these with storage buses and things all hooked up to here, and this is good to go, guys. This storage system, we'd need obviously better storage cells and things, but again, I'm not going to go through the process of that, because it's just a case of you guys, for example, you go, okay, I want a 6K storage cell. Well, you type that in, and you go, okay, there it is. How do I make it? And you go through the process, right? So I don't really need to show you guys that, because obviously you can figure that out if you wanted to. But the point is that now we can have anything we want in here hooked up to our crafting terminal in here. And for example, one of the cool things as well is if we search for an iron block, for example, right? So we want one of those. We click the add button. It's here now using the resources that we've got. Whereas if I was in the transmutation table and I go iron block, there's nowhere to add it, so I can't start making it. And that is really nice for when we're making stuff moving forwards. So this is an Applied Energistics setup. It's very basic, okay? This is I could do a lot more automation and a lot more inscribers and things going on, producing all these different, logic circuits and processors and things. But this works for what it is, and is a great way to get your transmutable stuff hooked up with your AE2 and to be away with your storage system and crafting system all in one there. So I'm really glad to have that. That's so awesome. And it means that what I can do now is get rid of these chests and things that I've got off cam, because in these chests down here, we're just storing everything that doesn't have EMC, essentially. So now we can put everything into there. We can start automating some stuff and get everything into one universal system that's used throughout the entire thing, which is really nice. So that is pretty much what we wanted to do today. But what I'm going to do now for the end of the episode is just go through a couple more things, including upgrading our EMC production, because obviously, we want to keep doing that until we're at the final stage. And also, we're going to look at the quests that we've completed. So the quests we've completed here, there's quite a few. Now, you can go through them individually, of course, and claim your rewards, and you get your money and stuff, and that's all very well. But if I'll just claim this while I'm here. If you click on this, unclaim rewards, you get all of them in one go. So there's all your rewards listed in one go. Oh, that's really cool. We've got a ring of magnetizing. I was actually going to look at making or buying one of those. Now we don't need to. So if we go to baubles, we can just put that on there. And what that should mean now is if we start throwing stuff away, that ring of magnetization, there we go, just picks them all up for us, even when we're not close. You see I can come down way back here. It should still work. What sort of range has it got on it? In fact, one thing to check, because I think you have to right click this ring, is that right? For it to work, or shift click it or something? Maybe it's just on. Also, did I EMC this or not? Because it is EMCable. Yeah, let's make sure that we've got that happening. It's supposed to draw items to you though. So let's have a little look here. Alright, well apparently you can't change it, so let's just chuck it on. So it did pick them up, and I don't know if that was because I was close to them though. See, I think I am further away than when I would normally be picking them up, right? And it will still pick them up. Anyway, it is useful to have. If I'm doing something wrong, I apologize, I don't think I am. So what I want to do now is work on our EMC. So let's grab all of the EMC that we have. So at the moment, you see there, we've got over 1 trillion EMC stored up, right, 1.27. Let's see how that changes once I get all of these back into my inventory. So let's grab these 3 here as well. I know that I have some up here, that's 2. So let's grab these 2. Little decorational things I use them for, as well as the EMC. And there's some more here as well. So we're about to really inject a load of EMC into here. So I think that's all of the bonsais. Alrighty. So now we're going to chuck all these in here. Wow, there we go, guys. 3 trillion. So if we go to matter, you'll see where we're at right now is on the lime. Wait, where are we? Lime's there. So next is yellow, orange, white, and then we got fading matter, clay matter. But that's our progression. That's where we're at. So the thing to do now is grab 3 lime matter, in fact, and a load of Eternalist fuel, so we'll just keep doing this. we can use this marble bench here. So 3 of those in there, that will give us yellow matter. Now yellow matter, we can store that up, and we want to grab out 2 yellow matter, and we want, let's see here, our lime relay and our lime collector. Okay, so what we can do now is just do this in here, put our lime in with this, grab a yellow matter relay, grab a yellow matter collector, and make sure that we remember to save those as well. Okay, and in fact, if we put those in there, so the yellow matter collectors, right, we can get loads of those. So what that means is, let's just keep going, because until you can't get loads, you're being inefficient. You can skip steps basically. So here now, we're going to go straight on to at least orange. So grab out 2 orange, and those there, you can see an EMC of 29 billion a piece. So let's put those orange in there. Grab out the yellow matter collector, the yellow matter relay. Okay, get these upgraded as well, like that. EMC these, and how many of these can we get? We can still get a stack of them, so we're going to keep going. So we need 3 of the orange back into here, and we're up to white matter now. Oh wow. Alrighty, so white matter in there, EMC of 87 billion a piece. Grab out 2 of those. We need our yellow collector, our yellow relay. Put those in here. So there we go. Oh, I missed out orange. Yeah, it's orange. Orange and orange. Okay, so put our white back in there and turn the orange into the white. Oh my goodness. Okay, so now we'll put those back in there. Get rid of that for a second. So now if we search, so there's white matter relay, white matter collector. There we go. So now we can only get 24 of them. So basically, let's put all that back in there a second. So if we turn these into blocks, we can get the 2 of those that we need. Put that back in there. Search for white. So how many of those can we get? 6, which is what we need. Okay. And an EMC link. Alrighty. So now, those 2 there. My inventory is so messy, which makes this harder. Where's my 6? There we go. 6 of those. An EMC link gives us the white matter bonsai. 4.8 billion EMC produced a second. Now, let's make sure that we save that. And then let's go down here. Place it kind of central in here, like that. And now if we go check out our EMC link, you'll see it will go up. So there we go. 4.8 billion EMC produced every single second. So if we watch this, we're just going up like almost 5 billion every single second. So that's awesome. And obviously, as we keep going, we can make more of those, get a bank of those going on. But pretty cool, guys. We're getting through the EMC stuff really nicely. Did I complete any more quests by doing that? I did not. Okay. You see from the shop there, we've also got 174k saved up of money that we can spend in the shop, which we might get on to doing. I've just been saving it up at the moment. But there's certainly some cool things in here that we could look at. So yeah, we will look at getting into that. One final thing I'm going to do just before I end this episode is have a little check in here, see if we have accrued any more crates that are worth opening, any of those legendary crates. Looks like we haven't. This is filling up pretty quickly though, so I probably need to sort of start automating this and getting that set up. But the main thing for today obviously was to get the setup going over here with our Applied Energistics. I'm very glad that we've done that. So when I go off cam, I'm going to fill this up with loads of good stuff that we're going to use on a regular basis, and basically that's it. We've got the infinite storage then going on. You see this is down to 1.8 now because I don't have enough EMC to have the full, so it is obviously still linked to EMC. You can see it's building quite quickly, and it's almost back at the full 2 billion. There we go, like that. So that's it, guys. That was the episode. That's what we wanted to do today, and we've achieved that, which is awesome. So hopefully this has helped you out with your storage and whatever's happening on your game. Do leave me a comment. Let me know what you're doing with your game, and if you have any questions or anything, then please do ask me. I want to say thank you to everyone who's been supporting this series so far. It's been really great. I'm enjoying making it, and it's awesome that we're still going with this. So I'm going to keep on making these episodes, and I would love your guys' feedback and thoughts down in the comment section. And of course, if you did like the episode, then leaving a like would be appreciated. And if you want to follow on with what I'm doing, then please do subscribe. I have some pretty exciting upcoming series coming soon to the channel. So guys, for today, that's about it. So as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.